Jeff Gold's with us again. Great criminal defense attorney, has been following this. I think everybody's wondering, can Juan Martinez get that tape into the court? And imagine that, taking a shot at the victims 20 minutes after the verdict.
Well, that is the question, Mike, because that everybody's asking. You know, in fact, there's a lot of heat being taken by the reporter who did this interview just 20 minutes after the verdict, Troy Hayden. But not only would any reporter have done that, I think in the end, this is going to hang Jodi Arias, that in the end, a callous statement like she just made, no need for her to make that 20 minutes after the verdict, but a callous statement like that, in addition to her asking to be put to death, is going to come in some way or another. So let's see how that could be. It can't be in the aggravation.
Continue,
It can't be in the aggravation phase. It can't be in the aggravation phase because that's only about cruelty, very narrow. You know, the stabbing, was it cruel that day? But then after that, assuming that that factor is found, we will go into mitigation and the defense will put in a slew of witnesses to say how wonderful Jodi Arias is. And at that point, Juan may be able to use this for impeachment purposes. I think he'll find a way to do it, and this will end up hanging Jodi Arias.
Running the show, likes to be in control here. Jeff Gold back with us, great criminal defense attorney. Jeff, I still can't get over that. Out of all that, I think what might shock me the most is the conversation on Sunday, setting up the interview like they're going to have a cup of coffee.
Right, and she says, she calls up, she goes, well, you know, a deal's a deal, so therefore I'm going to have this, as if this wasn't something she wanted. One word for Jodi Arias in all of this: narcissist. This whole trial was about her. There was 80-some-odd days of the defense. She was on the stand for 11 days of direct and then 7 more with cross and the jury questions. And then guess what? After, she has to come in 20 minutes after the verdict and say she knew what she was doing. It's always got to be about Jodi. Jodi, Jodi, Jodi. She asked to be killed. I think the jury's going to accommodate her.
Very well could. All right. Jeff, what about that? Because, you know, in the midst of our news meeting, the guy I just mentioned, Luis, said it. Hey, that phone call, that voicemail, it's like she is going to meet somebody at the park and have a little picnic. That's not right.
You know, I'm not thinking, Mike, about that phone call as much as I am the statement that she makes that she would prefer to get the death penalty. You know, she dared the jury before. She said, no jury will convict me, and guess what? They did. So if Juan Martinez has an opportunity through impeachment to get that in, where this jury sees they're being dared again, I think that it's good evidence in impeachment of mitigation. Okay. I do agree there's some idea you might use it in the defense case, but the most likely scenario is this benefits the state, and Juan Martinez may try to get it in.
Okay, again.